Hey guys, what is going on? We are back with another best class setup in Vanguard Season 3 Reloaded. We are taking a look at the brand new SMG in the Reloaded update of the H4 Blixen. Now, this is a pretty interesting weapon in this game. It's more of a slow-firing, hard-hitting SMG. It cannot get a 2-shot kill, which is a little disappointing, but we can still get a very consistent 3-shot kill at about 198 milliseconds, just shy of that 200 millisecond milestone, which is not the fastest in the game, but it is very reliable at those medium distances for an SMG, which is fantastic here. So just before we do get into it though, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. I do very much appreciate it, and it really does help me out, especially with the growth of the channel and helping cut through the YouTube algorithm. Leave a like on the video and leave a comment if you do want to see me take a look at something else in Season 3. So let's take a look at the H4 Blixen here. This is a very interesting weapon in this game, and it's pretty consistent here. So as I mentioned with the H4 Blixen, we of course can get the 198 millisecond time to kill value with this. You are guaranteed to get a 3-shot kill regardless of where you hit people, I believe. I don't think you should go for arm shots, but with the chest shots, body shots, all those lovely things, you are going to get a 3-shot kill, and that does give us 198 milliseconds worth of that time to kill. Now, the milestone that we do typically like to hit is about 180 milliseconds, but considering that about 18 milliseconds in this game is enough to sort of go down to like reactions and stuff like that, I wouldn't worry about the TTK on this too much. It's competitive to those short to medium distances. Our attachments do start off with that recoil booster here, which does increase our fire rate by 5%, which is a very nice boost to that time to kill. In the Johnson 9RMK barrel, we do get this one for the less damage fall off at range, giving us a more consistent 3-shot kill at those medium distances, an increase to our fire rate of again another 5%, and giving us a little bit of extra damage on top, meaning we can get more consistent 3-shot kills. We combine this with the magazine, which is the 9mm 72 round mag, which is very nice. Essentially all this does is give us more bullets to fire here. There's a little bit of jank with some of the other options that we can get. They don't really increase our time to kill by anything, which is a little unfortunate, but in the optic we do go with that slate reflector here for a very nice clear sight picture. The stock, we do have the Johnson Skeletal CR10 for recoil control and accuracy, flinch resistance, recoil recovery, and movement speed. In the underbarrel, I at the moment do go with the SG98 Compact for aim walking movement speed boost, giving us 8.2 miles per hour, which is actually quite fast in this category, but I could also see you taking the M1941 hand stop as well if you want a little bit more accuracy here. Ammo type, we do have lengthen here just to increase that bullet velocity by about 30%, taking us almost to 500 meters per second, better for our hit detection. In the rear grip, we do have the stipple grip tape here for the recoil control, and of course that initial accuracy, very important. And then in the proficiency, this is one of those stats where it is a little let down by its choices in this category. I guess the best one we could take is probably like steady or discard or something like that, but when we do have a 72 round mag, that doesn't come up too often, so pick and choose as you prefer. And then in the kit, we're going with surplus at the moment as we are still leveling this thing up, but I'd recommend taking either quick or fully loaded depending on how you do want to play. Alrighty guys, here we are on radar with the H4 Blixen. This should be a pretty decent place to show this off because I mean you get a decent combination of like close to medium range lines of sight on this thing, and you can get your 3-shot kills for the most part, which is realistically all this thing is about, as it happens very consistently. Recoil control is really easy to control with this thing as well. Like, it's not like it's like bouncing all over the joint. It's a little zigzaggy sometimes, but I mean, all you have to do is really put in just a little bit of effort and pull down on your stick slightly, and you should have a pretty good time with the recoil on this thing. But I mean, it's not the most overpowered weapon we've ever seen, and I think some people just sort of level their expectation. Oh, sorry. Some people, wow. The English language sort of betrayed me there. Some people just sort of level their expectations just a little bit when stuff like that happens. What is the team doing, bro? What do you... Yeah, some people sort of just need to level their expectations out a little bit with some of these guns, man. Like, if every single gun they bring out supersedes another gun in the game, well then realistically we're just going to keep going around in the same circle of having only 1 or 2 or 3 guns be usable the entire game. Like, if everything tops another gun in this game, well then, I mean, why would you use any of the other older guns at all? Even if they're your favorite gun, they're just going to be worse than like the newer stuff. So they might as well just keep trying to level it off a little bit. Keep making stuff that's pretty consistent, does a pretty decent job for the most part, and that's what I think we're getting here. Like, this is just a weapon that's solid. Like, it gets you almost like that, just below that 200 millisecond milestone in terms of that time to kill. Which, I mean, that's competitive. Like, that's pretty decent. And again, as we have mentioned previously, like, the difference... I'm just going to that and peek at the middle again. The difference between 180 and 200 milliseconds in terms of time to kill in a realistic setting is nothing. Like, that can come down to human reaction. Like, that's really a negligible difference, and you can definitely do a decent job with this weapon because, I mean, it's just consistent. Like, it does its job, it gets its 3-shot kill, and it's pretty accurate at the same time, and you can sort of get that thing all the time. Like, it's just a consistent... Oh boy. The timing on that was not ideal. It's just a consistent killing tool. It is a little bit of a shame that there's a bug going on currently with the boy that continues your kill streaks. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. The flare looking thing. You know what I'm talking about. The cipher. The kill streak extender. I honestly cannot remember what it's called. But that's usually how I get a lot of my streaks, and you just sort of build them up, and you feel a little bit more protected with your streak. And you want to get those longer streaks because, I mean, getting to those dogs, getting to the... there's another guy just there. Getting to the dogs and getting to the forward intel is a very, very important part of going on those longer streaks in the game. And when you just feel a little bit more secure in what you're doing, you have a little bit of extra protection, it just feels good. But of course we are doing quite well here. We do have the dog streak pretty much straight away, and we're doing a little bit of a good work here. A little bit of good work. Take out that guy. We're going to move back across this way. Having 72 rounds in the magazine does feel particularly good with this weapon. And again, local informants coming out, which is really nice. We do have to sort of go a little bit hard here, just if we want to try and push it out. Got shot in the face. He shot me in my face. What a guy. He's going to wait for this guy to come through. Shouldn't be too far away. Come on. Okay, teammate, push him. No, worry, I'll get him. Don't worry, boys. I'll get him. Got that guy through the wall, through the door. Nice little kill on him. Again, just because we have the forward intel means we can be very aggressive here. Because we know where the enemies are, and that's really all this is about. That's why we want to go on those longer streaks, bro. I just want to know where the enemies are all the time. Got 16 kills here. We don't really have... Shoot that guy through the wall. Just going to rotate back towards the middle of the map. Little risky. Little risky. Do want to pop that armor, though. Just got extra health protection. Just if we get shot in the face again by an enemy. Like that. Almost exactly like that. Oh my goodness. If we didn't have that armor out there, bro, we would have just got domed. Not sure where he went. The intel ran out, bro. No! No, we were doing quite well there. We probably would have been able to drop the V2 rocket. Man, that would have been our first for a little while. But I mean, easy come, easy go. It happens sometimes. That's just how it rolls. We're going to wait for the enemy to sort of peek out on this side. Let me fire the barrel. Again, little tough, little unfortunate on that shot. I knew there was going to be a guy there, but we just decided to take out the guy on the barrel first, and then we got taken out on the right-hand side as well. Nice little headshot on him. But again, as you can see with this particular weapon, it's pretty good. Like, I've seen people saying this is like the worst SMG in the game. None of that's true. Like, it's just consistent. It's easy to kill people with. Like, the recoil's fine. The TTK is pretty decent. Like, it's just like a B tier weapon. B or an A tier weapon. I wouldn't say this is like absolute dumps tier or anything like that, or situational. I think it's just good, and that's okay. Like, not every weapon has to be an absolute meta breaker, has to be the best gun in the game. Like, not every gun has to be busted, man. Like, there's a little bit of room for things that are just pretty decent, and I think that's it. Hello? Ah, he's at the top. He's at the top. No. Oh my goodness. I don't really understand what's happening right now. I don't know how we're surviving in this location, because this is a tricky spot to be in. Take out that guy there. And there was a guy coming that way. We managed to take him out as well. How many kills did we get? 36 and 3. Almost like V2 rocket. We probably would have got that had we continued on our streak there. But I think we did a pretty decent job. Just going to watch the play of the game. What did we do that was decent? I can't remember. Where were we? Oh yeah, just at the end here. We've got a lot of kills, and we just sort of like, oh my god, there's like 6 boys on the screen. We are going to have our final thoughts on this brand new SMG in just a second here, because I think it's going to be super underrated in this game. So as you saw there, guys, the H4 Blixen is definitely an interesting weapon in this game. Obviously, it's not going to be an absolute top tier meta crusher, which is a little unfortunate, but I mean, when they do add things that are just an accepted weapon in this game, that's always a cool little addition. I think it does sort of perform very similar to something like an Owen gun in that sort of slower style, hard-hitting SMG. Being able to get that 3-shot kill at 198 milliseconds is very consistent for that time to kill, and allows us to fight at close to medium range very effectively here. So just before we do go here, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. I really do appreciate it, and it massively helps me out with the growth of the channel, as well as helping get these videos to as many people as possible and helping cut through the YouTube algorithm, and that includes likes and comments, of course, if you do want to see anything else on the channel very soon. So again, thank you for watching this one, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye!